Dear students, today we are going to study about motion. What do we mean by motion? We observe many things around us which are in motion. Example, a bird is flying in the sky, trains are running on the tracks, a boy is cycling, cars are moving, we are walking, running. All these are examples of motion. To define motion in physics, we require some parameters, and these parameters are first time and secondly change in position. There is a reference point with respect to which we define the body which is moving, that it is changing its position. When a body changes its position with time with respect to a reference point, it is said to be in motion. Motion may be uniform motion. If a body travels equal distances in equal time intervals, then it is said to be moving with uniform motion. Example, in the first second, body travels 10 meters. In another 1 second, it travels 10 meters. In another 1 second, it travels 10 meters. Then it is moving uniformly. Graphically, we represent uniform motion by position time graph. It is a straight line showing that the body is traveling equal distances in equal time intervals. Secondly, non-uniform motion. If a body travels unequal distances in equal time intervals or equal distances in unequal time intervals, it is moving with non-uniform motion. Example, 15 meters in 1 second, the time is fixed, 1 second each, but distances travelled are different, 15 meter, 20 meter and 10 meters in respective 1 seconds. In the second case, travelling equal distances 10 meter, but here the time is different. The body thus said to be moving with non-uniform motion. In position time graph, it is a curved line representing non-uniform motion. There are different physical quantities which are broadly divided into categories. These are scalar quantities and vector quantities. First, scalar quantities are those which can be completely and fully expressed in terms of magnitude only. These are having no direction. For example, time, volume, surface area, distance travelled, speed, temperature, all are scalar quantities because by magnitude only we can define these quantities. For example, temperature, 20 degree temperature, that is sufficient, no direction is required. One is travelling a distance, say 10 meter distance is travelled, no direction is required, only magnitude is there. Volume 20 meter cube, only magnitude is required, no direction is required. Such quantities are scalar quantities. But vector quantities are those quantities which require both magnitude as well as direction to be expressed completely. For example, displacement, velocity, acceleration, force, etc. Distance travelled and displacement. First we are taking distance travelled. It may be defined as the total path length along which the body has moved. Example, from A to B, body travelled 10 meters, B to C, say 15 meters, C to D, it is travelling 12 meters, and D to say E 8 meters. The distance traveled is the total path length along which the body has moved, that is 10 meter plus 15 meters by 12 meters plus 8 meters, and that is 45 meters, that is 10 plus 15 plus 12 plus 8, and that is 45 meters. This is distance traveled. It is a scalar quantity, it requires only magnitude. No direction is required. But displacement is the shortest or minimum distance between the initial point and the final position, that is A to E 20 meters. This is initial point, and this is final point. So A to E is the shortest possible distance between the initial and the final points, and this is 20 meters. See, this is displacement. It is a vector quantity. It is requiring both magnitude as well as direction. Distance travelled in this case, a body moved from A to C 50 meters first, then returned back along the same path 20 meters up to B. Then total distance, distance travelled is 50 plus 20, that is 70 meters. It is always positive. It can never be zero. But displacement, which is a vector quantity, if a body travels from A to C 50 meters, then return back from C to B 20 meters, then the minimum distance between the starting point A and the final position B is 50 minus 20, that is 30 meters. So displacement is 30 meters. Now suppose the body move from A to C and then return back to A again, then displacement is 0. If a body move from A to C first, then return back to the same point by same distance, then the net distance travelled is 50 plus 50, that is 100, but displacement is 0, because the minimum distance between starting point and final position is 0. Okay. Suppose the body does not stop at A, it keep on moving further to point D, say 70 meter back from C to D. Then with reference to point A, which is a starting point, the direction, initial direction is A to C, say positive direction. Then C to D is a negative direction, and net displacement in this case is minus 20 meter. This is the 0 point, and then it is minus 20 with reference to A. Therefore, displacement may be positive, may be 0 or even negative. Speed. Speed is defined as the distance travelled per unit time. That is, speed is equal to distance travelled upon time. Its SI unit is meter per second. Meter per second or meter second minus 1. The SI unit of distance travelled is meters and time is measured in seconds. Okay? So its unit is meter per second. Speed may also be uniform or non-uniform. If a body travels equal distances in equal time intervals, then it is moving with uniform speed. Graphically, we can represent uniform speed by distance time graph. A straight line in the graph shows uniform speed. It may be non-uniform speed if the body travels unequal distances in equal time intervals or equal distances in unequal time intervals. It is moving with non-uniform speed and its distance time graph is a curved line as shown in the figure. Uniform speed or constant speed may also be expressed by means of a graph, that is speed time graph, by line parallel to time axis. This line shows constant speed. Speed is a scalar quantity as it requires no direction, only magnitude is sufficient to define speed. Velocity, displacement per unit time is called velocity. It is a vector quantity. It requires both magnitude as well as direction. We can say speed in a specified direction is also termed as velocity. Its SI unit is meter per second. Velocity may be uniform or non-uniform velocity. First, uniform velocity. If a body is displaced by equal magnitude in equal time intervals, then it is moving with uniform velocity, which is a straight line graph as shown in displacement time graph. Non-uniform velocity, if a body travels or displaced by different magnitudes in equal time intervals or by equal magnitude in different time intervals, it is moving with non-uniform velocity. Graphically, it may be represented by a curved line in displacement time graph. For constant velocity, we may also draw a velocity time graph in which the line parallel to time axis shows constant velocity. Acceleration may be defined as the rate change of velocity, that is final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. Acceleration represented by A, final velocity is V, initial velocity U, and time represented by T. SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square or meter second minus 2. Acceleration may be uniform acceleration or non-uniform acceleration. Graphically, we can show uniform acceleration by straight line graph in velocity time graph. Non-uniform acceleration may be represented by velocity time graph in which it is a curved line showing non-uniform acceleration. That is, if a body is moving with the same velocity with the passive time, it is said to be moving with uniform acceleration. And if the body is traveling with variable or varying velocities with the passive time, then it is moving with non-uniform acceleration. Acceleration is a vector quantity, thus it requires both magnitude as well as direction.